Baha! There we are. It's
We're live.
Friday.
Nice.
Look at that. They let the
Happy
pirates
Friday.
in to hijack a live show on Friday afternoon. I'm Richie, my co-host, my partner in crime, Jason Moran. Great to see you, buddy. It's been a
Yeah,
while, eh?
it's been way too long, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy because it's like I feel like we were at college together. We saw each other almost every day. We're talking all the time. And then all of a sudden we graduated. You know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like. We've just kind of gone our separate ways. We haven't chatted for a little while. So yeah, no,
No,
it's
I
great.
think
It's great to
I
come
think
back.
I sent you a couple of messages and didn't hear back, which is fine because I just knew you just busy and the same kind of pressure as well. So it's great to be busy and
Yeah.
everything's moving forward. I think it just every year seems to get better and better and better, and there's just so much good stuff around, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Which is the
Yeah.
idea today. So in today's Friday marketing jam session, we're going to talk about some successes, some wins, as we do every time, and have a good chat about digital marketing across the board. I think there's also I heard a rumor, and I've been lucky enough to be exposed to it a little bit as well. There is a significant launch coming up next week that we're going to talk about, and it's very exciting. It's been quite a while in development, and it is mind blowing. It's I don't get impressed by it too much. I mean, I've seen everything and everything else, and this has blown my socks off. So we'll talk about that too. We'll probably, Jason. The one thing I love doing when you get to hijack one of these shows is giving away other people's money,
Oh yeah. Oh, we got to do that.
and it's not hard to do.
No, no. Piece of cake.
So
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
definitely get to that. I'm sure we'll get to that at some point.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
I see a few people are piling in as well. Barbara Golding, John Hardiman. I think he's just been travelling over from Ireland in Europe. I think he's been to France. Jim, my partner in crime in New Zealand, Brett Krieger. I've been working with this guy for about 6 months, and his technical level is just beyond anything you can fathom. He is unbelievably talented, and so thanks for dropping in, Brett. It's good to catch up. Sherry, Wally, John G, fantastic. We've got people from YouTube and on the Facebook group joining us today. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's do that. How about we kick off with a bit of what have you been doing? Let's cover off. It's been a couple of months, so how's everything going? Other than
Yeah.
the mustache, which the beard and the mustache is impressive, I must say.
Yeah. I've been hard at work growing that thing out. Doing what I can, eating my veggies, trying to grow the stash. No. Yeah, man. Just doing the agency thing. You know, um, doing a lot of different things. I don't even know where to start. I think probably the most exciting thing I'm involved with, which can't really say too much, but uh, involved with an augmented reality project that's really, really cool. Uh, Super pumped about that. And that's a lot of really exciting things going on with that partnership. And we've got some things happening with a couple different cities here in the US, integrating the augmented reality within the smart city technology. And yeah,
Wow.
so some cool stuff going on there. Can't really talk too much on it, but um, there'll be definitely more to come within the next probably 6 months or so. But yeah, that's a really exciting project. Other than that, yeah, uh, the grind, man. Just agency work.
Yeah,
It is what it
it's
is.
a big grind, and I know I
Yeah.
was out of action for a couple of weeks in February. Went home to New Zealand and went to a couple of weddings, which was fantastic, and that kind of time out creates a bit of a bubble of work to get on top of. So we've been just trying to clear the decks in the month of March. We've got a very exciting relaunch of Buy Local NZ coming up
Mm.
in the next few days. So we're pretty excited about that because I know Brett and I have done a huge amount of work on it.
Mm.
Um, that tied with a few other things that are coming along. We've engineered some pretty significant systems and other things, but I think the main thing it comes back to is buy local NZ to my original AGM directory listing type thing. So local listings and that local business thing is for my mind has always been the best foot in the door strategy there is. You're going out with what the marketplace expects today and saying, here's a resource free for you to use. And you're making that connection with a local business owner. And the easier that is for you to do, the more likely you're going to get a $500 or a $2,000 a month reoccurring customer. That's where they come from. They don't come from just popping a cold email with nothing else in it other than, hi, this is what I do. It doesn't bring a lot of results. But when you have something that offers some value, fixes that pain point, brings them in. And we've found community directories are a very, very good tool for doing that. So much so, if we quickly dive into the rabbit hole of GEO versus SEO, if you look at the way you go and search the internet today, it changed a few months ago, whereby if I put in plumbers in Nashville, where I am here, in December last year, I would get 10 websites, probably the 3-pack from Google would come up for plumbers in Nashville. Now, if I put that same thing in today, it's GEO, and it comes up with YouTube channels, with Reddit and Quora and those kind of things. That kind of directory listing service or information forum is what the AI algorithm that is doing the search results, it goes and picks those things up first and foremost and presents them to you with probably the best 2 or 3 ranked businesses as well. But you've got to look down the page for those too. So these directories are kind of becoming essential for being a trusted information source and everything else as well. And that's the mainstay of what we do. With AGM has always been based on that, and it works. Now the way the algorithms have changed and AI has started pushing these things in a different direction, we're in a prime spot to make them even more valuable.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, always leading with value. I mean, that's the underlying premise, is offering something of value up front, leading with that value. That's going to resonate. That's going to resonate with that local business owner. And yeah, directory listings are a fantastic way to go.
Yeah, and they've worked very well for me over the years, and hundreds of other members and people as well. They work. There's a lot of work and action and steps in getting them up live and doing the job. And I know my previous experience. I started back in 2020, and I had to make sure every little detail was right before you get out the door. Well, today you've just got to get the basics right, get it out the door, and then just keep on working on it. You don't ever fix it 100% and then get it going and never come back to it. You get it live. 4 weeks later, go, right, I'm going to do this, this, and this next. And then 6 weeks after that, do another iteration and go through the other things and just get the activity coming from it. And that's certainly what I like about what's coming out next week is the ability to actually present and just hit the button and go. It's there, so it's just magic. Yeah, which is cool. Jacqueline's joined us from across the pond. Fantastic.
Nice.
Jochen. Yeah, there's Doug Page is here as well. Chandra. Look, the whole band is back together just about, Jace.
Oh, I see Chris Byrne, man.
Chris Byrne. I missed
what's going on, Chris?
I haven't talked to Chris for ages, so
I know.
Yeah, we. I think everyone is just head down, just into it, and that's exciting. I think this could be the biggest year yet. And I think with the technology that we're using and how everyone's adapting to it, fantastic. Paddy, the gang's here. I haven't seen Dawn yet. He might be running late. He's probably on a call of some kind, but he won't be far away. So, gosh, if anyone's got any questions, fire them at us. That's what we're here for. We let's talk about it, and let's talk about what's happening with your local listings, directories, and stuff, and what are your pain points. But bear in mind, we've we're here to solve it. And you've got, Jason, your technical knowledge and expertise around high level, second to none. I don't think I think they would almost call you a doctor of high level, wouldn't they?
Dr. High Level.
Doctor high
Sure.
level. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
It's a great piece of software, man. I've been with those guys since the beginning.
Yeah. Randy Bear, how is the database rollout coming along? Database rollout. Have to be more specific and remind me, Randy. Which one? Can we get paid ads? Hang on. Oh, wait till that comes back there. Chandra asks, how can we get paid ads for the directory? It's been challenging for me. Well, this is something I first-hand experience of. There is a system inside of High Level which is for paid ads, and so it's one of the High Level tools is that you can set it up in High Level to pump it out directly to that forum, that audience, however you choose. So that's the beauty of High Level. I mean, Dawn and I were saying just yesterday, we sound like fanboys when it comes to High Level because it does so much. And if there's a pain point and something that they need to integrate and find a solution so that it moves things forward, High Level go and do it. It's every week there's a half-hour video on what they're updating inside of it and stuff. So yeah, there was a system, I think you put me onto it, Jason, was UpX. Well, that's been incorporated into High Level for a sub account. Oh, where'd you go? Jason just disappeared on me. When you go into your sub account, there is an option to pay for it from your agency account. It's about $30 a month. So, you're back.
Sorry about that, man. I technical difficulties. My audio was going in and out.
Aha.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
All good. Yeah, I was just saying Chandra's question that in High Level you have the ability to UpX has basically been incorporated into it, and it's $30 a month. It is the easiest to use paid ads platform. It is there for you. So you integrate the stuff, get your Meta account and everything else plugged into it, and away you go. It does it for you. So that's one of the beauties of it. What else we got here? How's the new? Hang on. Oopsie. Show. There it is. There. I keep on clicking on things twice. I apologise. The system we use for the live show, Jason, in case you didn't know, has changed quite a bit. So my navigation of it is I look like it's amateur hour because I haven't been here for quite a few weeks, couple of months, in fact. So I'm just getting to grips with a few things, and I click things twice, and anyway.
It's always amateur hour when you got us too, right?
True. Yeah, it is Friday afternoon. I mean,
it is.
Yeah. How's the new AI directory different from Reach, or is it enhanced Reach, or entirely different? It's a good question, very good question, because the Reach is a prospecting system, so it is elements built. It's built in High Level, and it goes out. It does the functionality of sending emails, and it has the workflows and all those things that do with it. So its incorporation with it is much more seamless. You're not going from one system being AGM, which is a WordPress website, over to High Level and then your Reach machine. It's actually all in one place. But Reach is still a standalone prospecting system that does specific actions at specific times. So the whole idea of building AI directory was to have it so it's seamless integration with those things as well. So yeah, I think one of the most exciting things that I've seen and learned about AI directory, Jason, is the fact that it's not only business facing, it's consumer facing as well, and that means you've got more eyeballs on a site. We think my personal thoughts, I was talking to Dawn about this too, is that with the consumer side of it, you've got a reason for people to be coming to it and using it. We always said with AGM, don't worry about the traffic. That's not what we're doing here. Well, this is a tool that'll actually create traffic and
Yeah.
become that local community expert resource. So the more eyeballs, the better, because when you've got really good visitor numbers in a location, then if you're getting 10, 20,000 visits a month, you've got something that A, ranks better, but B, then you've got a number of alternatives that you can actually justify and turn around and go, well, we'll sell advertising on the front of this for you. We'll do paid ads in there for this as a service to our local businesses and stuff as well. So it just creates more revenue. So yeah, that's a really valuable thing. And one of the greatest things about that consumer facing aspect is the ability for them to leave reviews directly on a business profile in that environment as well. So that's more valuable to a business. It's just more valuable across the board. The ability for people to attract reviews and comments and likes and stuff on their profile inside of your directory,
Yeah.
it makes it even more valuable. So yeah, really smart stuff that has been deployed and put into this. I don't want to give it. I mean, we're not previewing the whole thing. It's being released next Wednesday, and so we're not going to walk through every single little thing of that. I don't want to steal Tom and Nick's thunder, but I'm really excited about it. It's been a long time since I saw something this good and this well put together too. And I think the development time and the cost as well is astronomical because the Sharks do it right and get it right, and they've certainly knocked this one out of the park. So
Yeah.
there's my fanboy comment for that as well. So yeah.
I think you made a good point though. Because it's for so long what we heard that conversation or those questions around, what, should we be worried about kind of the front end of our AGM? What are we doing to drive traffic to it? How do we show these business owners that we have this legitimate asset? Um, and you're right. I mean, that's a big piece of it. I think they're going to nail it here come next
Mm.
week. I think that's like we said. I mean, that's always been a topic of conversation. Is how do we drive more legitimate local traffic? How do we drive more eyeballs to that? And there we've talked about lots of different ways to do that. We've talked about um, drumming up customer lists and emailing those lists and doing lots of little things here and there to really get more eyeballs on the site. But this is going to be a huge game changer. I think you're right, and I think it's going to add to the overall AGM. It's just going to be that much more of a compelling offer for a local business, and to want to stay with it and stick with it and join. When you've got the attention of your local community, you can prove that through traffic numbers.
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants. That's the holy grail, right? That's what everybody's looking for. Is like, how do I gain this local the local eyes and ears of my community? And if you got that, I mean, that's a huge asset.
Well, and especially if you've got that and you keep that for a number of years, it gets stronger and stronger and
Oh, of
stronger,
course.
and
Yeah.
it just becomes so much more valuable. As
Right.
5 years later, you are literally a walking expert in your local community from a
Right.
digital point of view,
Yeah.
and you've got all those relationships and stuff you built in, and that's it's the thing that's been big, huge for us. The last 12 months has been we kind of had to slow down and almost stop our outbound prospecting because we're just getting too many referrals. We're jumping onto this one, or we're jumping onto that one, and then I think the biggest change for me the last 4 or 5 months in particular has been to be a lot more selective. Instead of hey, yeah, it's a referral. Oh, this looks good, and stuff and that, and hop into it, and it's a time soak, and the time soaks ruin your efficiency. They affect your bottom line. You don't make the money because you're spending all your time on a low to medium paying client that is taking too much of your resource and stuff. So, I sort of brought in some pretty hard and fast policies about who we will work with now.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, we were talking about it. You know, or one man bands. As I said, the one armed window cleaners are just not for me, because they were doing exactly that, and they would want to spend $500, but they'd want $25,000 worth of value from it. So avoiding those when you're just trying to get your first customer. Hey, look, sorry, you've got to go down the rabbit hole with some of them, because to start is to start, right? But then you get to the point where you gotta start picking and choosing, because there's only so many hours in the day. You've only got so much resource. So our focus has very much changed to, this is the type of business we're looking for. We're looking for a minimum turnover, minimum staff level, and some significant operations and stuff that we can really add the most value to. That's what we're doing. So,
and everybody goes through that. Everybody's got to go through that, and you just get better. You get better at discerning who's right, who's wrong, who you want to work with, who you don't want to work with, and you get really good at saying no. That's what it boils down to. But like you said in the beginning, it's hard to say no. It's hard to say no when you got bills to pay. It's hard to say no when you got to put food on the table.
Well, I've always said you never go broke. You never go broke from the deal you didn't make.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Hey, Jacqueline asked a great question as well. Is what is the process you use to upload a category of services to the new AI directory? For example, if you decided to upload all the HVAC guys in the area, what are the steps you take? Jacqueline, more to come next week. But yeah, you can tune it to being very specific. You can create your own categories and areas and locations and those things. And that it is very malleable and pliable to be able to do that. So, just, as I say, the features and the thought process in building this is next level. Very, very impressive. So. That is, it's just got so much functionality. So I'm changing. I went down the road with Nash Local, building a different theme on a different theme away from AGM, just to try something new, and that had the ability to take reviews and all the other things and stuff as well. And I'm just in the middle of changing that over to Smart Directory right now, because it does more, it's better. And it's more pliable. And then I've got my next one already picked out and lined up, is a niche that I'm going USA wide with. Now, I would suggest, if you've not done one before, that going USA wide is a lot to chew when you first get going. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it if you've got the proficiency and the knowledge and all those things and that. Hey, great. But it is far easier, in my experience, to start in your own backyard and then go on to something bigger and everything else. Because if you choose to bite off more than you can chew, it will just cause delays, and delays mean the bills start racking up. And so I've always said, and I still recommend it today, is don't start necessarily small, but just start in your own backyard with the most knowledge that you have. Because it's the best way to go. So, yeah. What else? Should we do some accountability and shout outs, eh?
Yeah.
The accountability is something we look every week, Monday. Dawn and the team, they really drive this every Monday. We people put in there what it is they've got their goals for the week, and what they did last week as well, and they're setting things, and they're being accountable for their actions. And not surprising, Jason, normally the shout outs and the wins and stuff and that comes from this group, because they are very much being accountable, and they're planning out, and they're doing things and taking steps and taking action. So a big congratulations to everyone here. Dawn, incredible. Look, I read Dawn's every week, and that guy just rams through some work. It's impressive, and he's so giving of his time to other people as well. I don't know how he juggles it all every week after week as well, but he's just an absolute legend. Greg Carroll, DM, John, Chelsea, Teresa, Scott, John Hardiman. John Hardiman did that while he was traveling as well. So even good on you, John, because I know how difficult it is to get things done while you're traveling. It's another challenge, another level as well. Jacqueline, always trooping away. Doug, Sean, and our mate Chris Byrne. popped up in there as well. And I mean, Chris, I think Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe he works full time as well and still does all this stuff. So, man, that is absolutely fantastic and as always super impressive. And if you want to be part of that, it's really easy. It's in the school group, Offline Sharks Insiders, and it comes out every Monday. And just it doesn't matter if you don't have a list of 20 things you're doing that week. You get a list of 2 things you're doing that week, and you come back the following Monday and say, "Hey, I got that done. I'm halfway through doing that one, and here's what I'm doing this week." That has been accountable. And I think there's no reason not to be doing it, because no matter where you're up to in your agency journey, always worth doing.
Yeah, it's fantastic, man.
Shall we move on to some shout outs, eh?
Let's do it. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Heinzel, correct me if I'm saying that wrong. Please forgive me. Website for a custom furniture manufacturer. Geez, I'm actually been quite sleepless. We've had tornadoes going through Nashville, and I had the longest day yesterday, 2 a.m. start, and just carried on for the day, and it's left me a bit there today. So, pardon me. Custom furniture manufacturer, $1,000, $400 a month for social media. There's good numbers.
Nice.
That's what a great job. And there's not a huge amount of custom furniture manufacturers out there, so really good niche to be into. Social media and email marketing to a data privacy and consulting company. Brilliant, excellent. That's good. Technical support hourly gig for IT company, $15 an hour. AU client, Australia, obviously. So I presume Heinzel is out in Australia, yeah, or no, an Australian client. And then we've got a CA for AU. Is that a state here in the US?
No, I think I would think that's Australia. Yeah, that's the way I would read that.
Yeah, maybe
I believe so. Yeah.
Go high level automation and funnel services and assistance for a digital marketing company. It's pretty good when you're in the business and you're selling your services to others as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So congratulations. Those great wins. That's great activity.
Yep. Love it, Paul.
Paul Michelle. Yeah, Paul, very active member and comes up with all the time, and closed a review, reputation, and local reach plan, $1,000 a month reoccurring, plus $500 setup fee. Good stuff. Second one in 2 weeks. Wow, both these clients are a result of his AGM reach site.
Nice.
I mean, that's fixing the problem, and that's what the having a directory site and the ability to communicate with people and use it like that is the foot in the door that brings these results. That's where the customers come from. If you just set up your agency, got a Google profile, and sat and waited for the phone to ring, it would never ring, would it?
Yeah.
So you've got to go the outbound and everything else in that. Australia and Canadian clients was for Heinzel. So correction. Congratulations, Paul. Great work. And from Nick and Tom's agency, look at these things, and they've got some fantastic automated processes and team and everything else in that. But $5K for a new website for a glass blowing shop. Now that's very niche. But we used to, I know one back in New Zealand. It's a high value business, so that's a great thing. $3.5K for SEO, Google Ad, and AI software subscription to a construction company. Another good sector. $6K a month to a pet pharmacy for SEO, Google Ads, and AI software subscription. Yeah, there's a recurring theme there, isn't there? AI software subscription, and which I think I've been calling it SaaS for a while. It's just the basis of what we do. I mean, I wouldn't say it's our foot in the door, but when it comes to services, we do everything else over and above after we've got a SaaS subscription in place with a business. And we typically with the 2 types now. There's SaaS, software as a service, and SWAS, software with a service. So SWAS is where we do everything for you. We build everything, we set everything up, we run everything for you. And we started out, well, I started out with that 18 months ago, and I was just offering that was we will do everything for you, and the better alternative is to just create the platform and you have to set up and something and say, here you go, you do it, and so now with our price difference now is so it's $300 for basic SaaS, but you want us to do everything for you, it's $1,500. It's
Yep.
5 times the price is that because you will burn resource and hours in doing the SWAS unless it's something very easy and specific and everything else. So that's the difference there. And yeah, AI software subscription, a better way of talking about it because I think people are being a lot more friendly about AI today than they were, say, 6 months ago, where AI is going to take over the world. It's Judgment Day all over again. So we certainly have learned. I think people have become more accepting of it. I did read a stat, Jason, a few weeks back was 4% of businesses use AI,
Mm.
and no, 2% of businesses were using AI. 25% of all employees were using AI on a weekly basis.
Hmm. Interesting.
So your
Yeah.
staff are using it, and yet businesses aren't using it. Although I think you'd be surprised what is out there as far as it is AI driven that people go,
Right.
I never knew it was. One example I've learned firsthand is purely AI is Meta's customer service portal.
Mm.
Even the emails you're receiving, they are not from a person; they are from AI. And all your interactions are with AI. You never actually speak to a person in Meta support,
Wow.
and it's mind blowing how
It's
that
touching
is.
all aspects, man.
It's
It's
frustrating
crazy.
because you're getting 11 of the same email,
Yeah.
and but they have some little wee changes to it. So it's talking about the same things over and over again, and it just takes forever to actually get to the pain point that you're suffering and get it solved. But it's because this is 100% AI driven. So yeah, that's good and bad, I guess. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, cool, man.
I see
Congratulations to everybody.
TK has joined us as well. I mean, this is literally the whole band back together. So
What's
that was
up, TK? Man, I
yeah.
haven't talked to him forever either.
We were chatting online last week, but we are well overdue for a catch up. So
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. And who else did I see had dropped in as well? Randy Brett's here. Always good to catch up with Randy and Jocelyn. Um, yeah. So, what else do we want to know about turning local business listings into monthly gold? I mean, there's some pretty good examples right there from our shout outs this week. Is getting that foot in the door, getting a listing creates the opportunity that comes from it. I've yet to see a $10,000 a month SEO customer come from a cold phone call. Probably does happen, but it would be rare. But then someone that's come in and got a $500 service for that, for social media or something like that, and then you want, oh, what else do you do?
Yep.
That's where they come from, and that's where the reoccurring comes from as well. So,
Well,
yeah,
I think it really just helps to establish your authority within your local community, you know? Um, I mean, nothing better than being able to walk into, a networking group, a BNI group, the chamber, and being able to show off this amazing community asset that you've built, that you've put together with all these great local businesses. I think that alone, that's gonna open doors for you, right? That's gonna open conversations. That's gonna get you in the room with the right people. I think that really, um, it's just for someone who's just getting started, who's just trying to break into this business. It's hard to say that there's a better way than that. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, you could bang your head against the wall and send cold email after cold email like we talked about before, but I mean, why do that? I mean, there's it works, yes, but I mean, building an asset like this, I think it's one of the easiest paths, to
Yeah.
establishing that credibility.
Well, as we always said in all our reach trainings and the whole system and process in that is your AGM theme and now Smart Directory. It's your
Yep.
shopfront. It's your window to the world. It presents you and what you do,
Right.
and so its functionality, its use, and its value to that community is what gives your business credibility, as you said,
Yep.
Jason, and the look and feel that you're after. And people go, once someone's in, then someone's go, oh, you got to get on this. You got to talk to such and such and get on this as well. But you just say you walk into that B&I group. But just imagine what Joanne could do with this at one of her B&I meetings. When she comes and goes over that, everyone's going to be, oh, well, why haven't you put me on there yet? You
Yeah.
know, I mean, there'd be just a stampede for it. And that, and I think to other people that have done the same thing, Taylor Stillman,
Right.
he built a community resource around a specific niche, and they literally beat down the door to try and get in there and be a part of it and stuff. And now he's running events that are sold out,
Yeah.
and so that is presenting yourself with credibility and using the tools to do it is the way to get the listings, build momentum, and that once that momentum kicks in, it rolls on very very quickly. Eh?
Yeah. No, I agree. 100%. We got a couple of questions rolling in here.
Yeah. Whose AICS portal was Richie telling us about? Not sure what you mean, Matthew.
Mm.
Yeah, not sure what you mean. That's so my own SaaS system, which I use high level, of course, is what I base everything off. We don't need anything outside of high level. That does everything for us,
Right.
and so other tools and stuff and that are for specific things, like yeah, reporting and other stuff. Although the reporting in high level is very good. And actually, we're just working on a bit of a webhook that goes between SEMrush reporting and high level reporting, so it all sort of comes up as one and presents the way I want it to present. So yeah, get that in because reporting is a key function that comes with
Yep.
it's part of your customer success and it's very very important. So I know Tom was talking about that the other day. Was like the steps in the customer journey. Well, step one is to give them a listing. Get the communication line open. The sooner and the easier you do that for someone, the more likely you're going to have them engage in a spend of some kind, and you're going to capture them in your audience and do all those things. So people ask me a lot, Jason, about nurture and
Mm.
hey, so you get all these free listings come in, and then what do you do with them next? Well, another resource that's in high level is memberships, and you put everyone into a membership environment and just keep on firing out information, resource, and all of those things to them. Then you've got an engaged audience who are appreciating that you can continually offer more resource that
Right.
is nothing but lead gen. It just brings them into a funnel. So that's what we're built for Buy Local NZ is literally a paid members area. So you take the upgrade and you have access to even more resources and other things, and you get the updates, and you're in a circle. Plus, one thing I know about business owners is that they like to network and talk to other business owners and share the pain points and those things and that. So you've got a forum where they can do that as well, like groups and stuff. But then you've got people that are maybe backyard, one order a month kind of operation, and you got someone else who's got the staff of 15 and turns over millions and stuff in the day. There's a disconnect there in
Yep.
what they're doing in that. So you put the right people in the right environment, and they're going to network with others at different parts of the country and do those things, or different parts of the region and everything else. So yeah, membership environments are another great feature and enhancement with high level, and certainly is something that's available. I think it's per se it's inside of Smart Directory. I mean, it has that consumer facing side of it, but it's in high level, and all the tools in high level match with this perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chandra was asking about allowing Google Ads, AdSense on the directory. Is it a good idea or not? Will it be a distraction? I mean, it depends on how you want to present your storefront. I mean, if you want ads to be coming through it, then fine. I personally think, and this is the reason we build a website. We don't put Facebook or Instagram or the likes in the hero section because all you're doing is suggesting that somebody goes away from the website that they've come to. So those kind of links in that go in a footer. You might have a partner footer that does things, but I believe in not creating distraction from what you're there to do. So, but then, if it's revenue bearing, it might be something that you go, yeah, it works for me. So it's entirely up to the individual. It doesn't really answer the question directly, but I'm just saying, hey, it's your shop front, so you present
Yeah.
it how you think it works best. And if something like that was working, fine. If it didn't work, don't do it. Change it. It's as simple as that.
I think the underlying question there would be, what's the ultimate goal? What's the
Mm.
ultimate goal of the site? And if AdSense falls in line with that ultimate goal, then I would say go right ahead. If it doesn't, then it would be on the chopping block for me. I wouldn't even think about it. Um, I can tell you, me personally, not a route that I would want to go down. Not saying that it's good or bad, just it doesn't align with my goals, and so I wouldn't go down that road. Um, Again, I look at the AGM site as just a one. It positions me in the market, right? So it gives me that local authority, and two, it's a lead gen, right? It's a way to start conversations to bring people into my ecosystem, and that's the way I look at it. And that's the ultimate goal: is to how can I create value up front, become a local authority, and create an asset that brings people into my ecosystem, and that checks all those boxes. That's what I think, for me, that's what the AGM really represents. And then it's up to you, once they get into your ecosystem, where do you want to take them? What do you want to put in front of them? If you're really into building websites, well, then that's what you're going to present. That's what I would present. If I was really into websites and that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to build a website agency focused maybe around monthly revenue, so creating some sort of a revenue package that they subscribe to in order to have monthly maintenance and that sort of thing through websites, that's what I would be pushing. And all my content, my blogs, my live streams, my posts on my social channel, everything, my nurture campaigns would be geared towards that ultimate goal of providing value and then driving them towards the action of hiring us as the agency to take over their site, right? So you have to decide, like, what's kind of your sweet sauce. What do you enjoy doing? What do you want to do more of? Is it reputation? Is it websites? Is it social media? Is it paid ads? I think once you master one, it's real easy to add additional services. I think where people get hung up, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Rich, but I feel like, because we've seen this, we've been doing this for the last couple of years, we've seen hundreds of students go through this program, where I see they get hung up. A lot of students get hung up in the technicals of getting the site set up, making sure everything's just right, and they fail to launch. That's one. And then two, once I think the second hang up is, okay, they get it out the door, they launch, they don't know what to focus on. And so they're kind of like focusing on a million different services. I think probably the sweet spot is to get the thing out the door, get it launched, and then focus on one. Focus on one service that you're really interested in delivering and go all in on that.
Yep, yep. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I rewrote the Google Suite onboarding process for my business on Monday, and we're talking like there are so many others. It's not just a Google Business Profile. There is your MCC. There's your AdWords Analytics, Tag Manager, all of these things. It's an absolute behemoth. It's about four
Yeah.
pages long, and so that's just Google. Let alone we come over to social media, then we come to reputation, and we come to all of those other SEO, PPC. There's so many elements and stuff in that. So yeah, you're right. If you go and try and do everything at once, then you are just going to be in a circle, just going round and round, trying
Yeah.
to catch that and everything else on that. But starting off saying that, I think the beautiful thing about Smart Directory AI is that it has got the built-in functionality of the rest of those high-level offerings. So
Right.
reputation, chatbots, the basic websites, the all the basic elements are there and it's simply a case of flick the switch, and and you've got the product and everything else and the resource to be able to go and just close it. And so you've made a connection, then you get straight on with, hey, do you need a chatbot for your website? You can do that and da and everything else. You start off with a chatbot. That's the customer that turns into someone much bigger and better later on down the road. So, keep it simple. And there's a half a dozen things in high level that are low barrier, and they fix a pain point, and they work, and they're really easy to set up and use. So you don't have to go and acquire months of technical knowledge to be able to deploy them and stuff, and focus on getting 5 or 6 of those done, and then the next one as well. And you just simply turn it on, and it's there. I think the real thing that impresses me about Smart Directory is that it's you install it, and you've got a simple list of things to go and complete and stuff, and it's just ready to go. It's not a case of cleaning masses of lists and sorting out your custom values and fields and stuff like that. It's all been done for you. So it is really, really clever and very easy to use for someone that doesn't have a lot of practice and or skill in those technical things and stuff. You're not having to learn. I remember my first AGM site took me 30 days to build, and that was because I spent an hour and a half, 2 hours tops every day on it for 30 days. And I followed Nick Ponte's training videos, and I just got to that bit, and then went over that bit and stuff and that. And I had a couple of glitchy things with API connection and all of those things and stuff and that. But I just one thing at a time, just went step by step for it. And a month later, my first one was Christchurch Buy Local, and launched that. And then we made 700 phone calls, and we put 45 listings on there and stuff, and and we were started, we were away. So it took 6 weeks to get it to that point, and then after that 6 weeks, and I sort of went, why don't we try something else? And that's when I sort of went, let's do some cold email. And I remember Tom Gaddis gave me some great advice around it. It was an old product called MixMax, and he said, well, here, try using this, and so I got onto that, and then thought, I'll write 5 cold emails, just go, would you like a spot on this? And we got a lot more reaction to it than we were getting from making phone calls. So we didn't stop making phone calls or visiting local businesses. We just carried on doing that as well, and that's when went nationwide and worked through them. So you've just got to take action. But I think the beauty of Smart Directory AI is that you hop into it, you get it set up in a good amount of time. And a good amount of time for me would be a couple of 3 days. It might take you 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is a lot better than 3 to 6 months, which I've seen many, many people do. Spend 3 to 6 months just to get it, and even then it might not be ready to go out the door. This thing will be ready to go out the door, and you'll be away. And if you're away, then you can start doing the business. So
no, I agree.
I think we should do what we ultimately came here to do, Jason, was give away Tom
give away some cash.
I love giving away Tom the next money. That's that is the key. I think today, what are we going to do? We're going to hang on. We will do this first because there's no party without punch. Here we go.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
Way. So, alrighty. Well, we love hearing that song on a Friday, and so this week let's comment Smart Directory AI. Excuse me. Whack that in the hashtag in the comments there, and you will have the chance to win Tom and Nick's money. Yeah, hey, fantastic. I think we're going to do it a couple of times, but if Dawn was here, he'd say, "No, we'll do it 4 times." But I know.
He's always going to step it up a notch.
Yeah. Here we go. We're off to the races.
Right.
Quick. Jason, who's
Jason.
Hey, welcome, Jason, and
Nice.
congratulations. I think you can put your is it your Cash App app
Yep.
in there?
Cash App.
Yep, and or message the or we'll message you, and we will get you that $25. Just let a couple more people. Thomas Melton's here. Great. Yeah. Couple more people come in, and we'll run it again.
Yeah. Get that hashtag.
As well.
TK, you didn't put the hash. That's not an entry.
Oh,
Redo it,
no.
TK.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Give him a chance. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Come on, TK.
And Gary Brewer.
Gary.
Hey,
There you go.
good stuff. Excellent. Right on.
Nice.
Jason, what have you got
Yeah.
coming up for the weekend?
We are shopping for hiking boots.
Uh-huh.
It's almost hiking season, so yeah, we got to get out there, man. We had some snow this week, believe it or not. I think that was
Really?
part of that snowstorm, though, or that storm that blew through and hit you guys and was responsible for those tornadoes.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, thinking of everyone out west, is there was more last night and the night
Yeah.
before as well. We're due, and I just did hear a couple of rumbles before out the window. We're due for some more about 5 o'clock. We're in for another night of it tonight, and then I think we've got another day of it tomorrow as well. So it's a
jeez.
real stint of notice. And it's actually my wife Mandy, which big shout out to Mandy. It's our 22nd wedding anniversary today.
Oh wow!
So,
Congratulations, man.
well, look, I know what
That's
you think.
awesome.
I know what you think. She stole my youth, and you're quite right. She did. Yeah. I say that joke all the time, and she says, "Well, I've offered it back," but and the other thing is, and look, my buddy Brett in New Zealand. It was the 4th of April in New Zealand yesterday, and lo and behold, we both got married on the same day.
Oh wow!
What a coincidence!
Yeah,
So
that's pretty cool.
congratulations to Brett and his wife Fiona as well. So that's great. But 22 years, got a new wedding ring for my anniversary. So which is just as well, because I actually lost my old one 2 weeks ago,
Oh
and
jeez.
and Mandy was with me at the
That's not
time,
good.
so nothing
Oh, that's good.
to
Okay.
see here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it fell off my finger, and it was an outdoor deck area and stuff, and it went straight down through the cracks of the deck area. And you'd think, oh, well, we'll get under there with it, we'll find it. No, found it was at a bar. Funny enough.
Yeah.
I got under there with one of the barmen, Timmy, and we get under there, found 2 other rings. Couldn't find my wedding.
Not yours.
Not mine. No. So I think there's a bit of a treasure trove under there. I've got to get a metal
Oh
detector and
man.
go and have a look. So that was
Shoot.
that was that. But small world and everything else. I completely forgot what I was talking about. The weather's coming and
Yeah. Just the
wedding
weekend
anniversary.
plans, all that good stuff.
So we're actually going to New York next week. So we're doing our wedding anniversary dinner is next Tuesday night in New York, which I thought was going to be a pretty cool place to go and celebrate that. So
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
So you're
Very
going
cool.
hiking. That's good news, because you were going to climb all the peaks or something, were you? You're going to
Yeah. We're still busy doing that, man. We've been hiking. Well, we took a little time off for the winter, but we got a little bit of snow this week. But we're supposed to get some warmer weather, so they're talking about a lot of the higher up trails. We're getting more access to those trails here come this
Cool.
weekend and next. So should be
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get back out there.
Well, and we're back into visitor season, because we had 30 people visit last year from New Zealand, and
Man.
we've already had 2 groups already this year, and now this month we've got another 2 groups coming, and then May's got more people, and then June is just insane with the amount of people coming. So unfortunately, when you live in a place like Nashville, as I think Tom Gaddis and others know full well, live in Las Vegas, and you're going to get
Living in
visitors as well.
Vegas, yeah.
You get visitor traffic, and it's good fun. But man, I've got to be super disciplined about working, because if you slack off too much when someone's kicking around in that, the work piles up very fast. So
Oh yeah.
and having things like good directory sites and stuff and that are doing the heavy lifting for me, much easier, and it works really well. It has been awesome catching up with you, Jason, and
That's been really cool, man.
we don't do it often enough, but that's because we're both flat out and busy. But and everyone else, stay safe, especially if you're in a weather affected area, and take care of yourselves. Practice aloha, as they say,
Yep.
and we will see you again. We might. Someone else will. Next Friday, we do it all again, and have a good time. Don't forget, on Wednesday, I think it's 3 p.m. Eastern, is the launch of Smart Directory AI. I imagine, knowing how the sharks work, you don't want to miss it, because there will be a lot more incentive and everything else to. There we are. April the 9th, 3 p.m. Eastern. So offlinesharks.com/Smart Directory AI. I think, in my experience, you want to be at the launch, because that is the stuff that you will otherwise just not get, and everything else and stuff. Plus, you've got the guys that built it themselves, and the utter experts in it, with the examples and everything else and stuff too. It certainly, I think I'm back by then, so I won't miss it. I'll definitely be there, and looking forward to it. Again, have a good weekend. Great to see you, Jason. Take care.
You too, Rich. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
See you soon.
Have a good one.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam session. We've helped thousands just like you start and scale their businesses. If you'd like our help to grow your business, go to the link on your screen now and let us know how we can help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.